Welcome back to the So Over It podcast
with Enya and Jordan.
and Jordan and Enya. Welcome back to the So Over It podcast with Patrick James, the winner of The Voice 2015. You never let you forget it.
Is that 7 years ago now?
Yeah,
Like,
Jesus Christ.
I need to take that on my bio now, don't I?
No, yeah. Yeah, I looked at my bio the other day and it said from 2012 and it said Brittany Lover. And
On what?
on my Instagram bio,
Are you?
I had Brittany Lover in my, yeah.
Remember you had influencer on your bio?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah, right. I had to try, what is it?
You wanted to get verified
Yeah,
or
you want
something.
to get verified. When you want to get verified, you have to like say why. And I went down as an influencer, so I just put influencer in my
Why
bio.
do you think that people like
I
check and
thought
see if
he'd
you should
check
be
and
verified and
see.
look at your bio?
I'll leave me alone. We live and we learn, right? So, if anyone that doesn't know, this is Patrick James. He's one of my absolute best friends in the world. And funnily enough, if it wasn't for this podcast, we wouldn't be friends, wouldn't we? Not?
Yeah, true.
In the early days of the podcast,
What was it called? It wasn't called.
it was called
So
Kids
Over.
Listen back
It was
then.
called
It was
Kids Listen.
Enya's show.
But
not
I
mine.
love, like, obviously I was a fan of Enya, like, so then I started listening to podcasts. That's actually when I really started getting into podcasts, because now I'm
Yeah.
addicted, like, and I remember just listening to it and I was like, and it killed
Me or him?
Dude.
Oh, you were talking to your mic, Paddy.
Me? Sorry, you think now me with the one with the more experience. It's just microphones. But no, yeah, so what was I saying?
I'm
Yeah,
fucking-
you were, I thought you were a funny cunt, and then I like followed you on Instagram, didn't I? And
Yeah.
we were texting on Instagram, like,
You
I
literally
was like,
texted me
"You're
when
a
I
mad
hear you,
cunt."
gosh, you're a bit of me, and I was like,
And, a bit of me.
Not
Calm
that
down, like,
way.
I wasn't from lunch.
calm down.
Calm down. And then we met in downtown.
Fair Ray and Draper.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jesus. Didn't even let you finish that
Any
sentence.
chance to make talking? Yeah, I met you on Enya.
Yeah.
Funny enough, and I was a bit starstruck when I saw
I
you.
know, yeah.
I wasn't so starstruck when I saw you.
Yeah, lying bastard, yeah. I remember literally giving you a hug and going, Jesus, what's wrong with him? Only messing.
You were.
Uh, so yeah, speaking of that, like literally, how long ago was that now? That would have been like 2018.
No, 2019 was it?
That
Oh no, it must have been. It was
18.
pre-pandemic, like so.
It was 18.
Pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic, Lovato.
Did you come up with that?
Yeah, I just came for that on the spot there. Yeah, so like literally, our friendship has just gone stronger and stronger since then, and I'm literally, oh my god, I'm having a stroke. I can't talk.
Okay, it's grand. I'll take over. So we obviously became friends, and then it
Yeah.
turns out like you know my boyfriend
Yeah,
and his
Christy.
sister
Yeah,
and the family. Like the family's new each
Yeah.
other, didn't they?
yeah, and like in a war.
Harriet.
Harriet, God love them, Harriet and Cathy. Who's the cat? Oh Jesus.
Are you talking about Christy's mom? Her name is Shelley.
No, because Katie's Catelyn. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and anyways, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we're literally the best of friends, and we have been for a long time, and
Because
we
we're the
will be
two
as well.
best friends that anyone can have.
But yeah, like, any funny stories about like random mad nights we've had out, like, can't even think. Like,
Well,
too
none of them
many.
we can say on a
Yeah,
podcast. that
literally,
people
like,
listen.
none of them.
Well, the first time we met, obviously, you slapped
Yeah.
my hands.
Yeah, I
Do you
never
remember
forget. I walked out for a smoke, and it was like a busy crowd, and I held Patrick's hand, and I was like, why the fuck is your hand so wrinkly? He goes, I was in a house fire, and I goes, well, God didn't clearly finish the job, did he?
that? Yeah, so just to put that into fucking perspective, I was in a house fire when I was 12, and I have scars on my hands.
God love him.
Sorry, can we get a bit of violin music there, man? No, but yeah, so I have scars on my hands, and like he was literally like, ew, your hands. To be actually, the more and more I fucking think
Well, I
of
didn't
it,
think
that
it-
friendship should have started and ended that night.
But I didn't think that enough. I just thought you had really dry hands. Like, I didn't know. Then you were like, I was in a house fire, but then me being me, I just
It's not even dry.
had to finish it.
They're well moisturised, I'd have you know.
Bit, God loved them. Yeah, a little bit.
Right, so what's it like to be perfect?
What was it?
What's it like to be perfect?
Couldn't tell you. I wouldn't know.
One of your
wouldn't know.
eyeballs is in your fucking cheekbone.
Yeah, like
Cheek-
me, ma. Can't help it.
No, her eyes were
One was looking down, the other was up. Like, one eye on the prize and the other on the wall.
one eye go in the shop, the other one come back with the
Yeah,
change.
it's one eye in heaven and one eye in hell. Anyways, so yeah, that's literally our friendship. We have here on the topics ups and downs of being gay. So
Yeah.
like, we both know what it's like being a gay man in this world.
Oh, come on.
A gay man
Yeah,
in
like,
this world. And
to
it's not
be-
fucking easy, is it?
No, it's not easy.
No. You
But-
kind of landed on your feet, I will say.
I did. To be honest with you, I never really had much.
But you had your few like experiences.
What
Did
do
you?
you mean?
You know what I mean?
I don't.
You do know what I mean?
No, I don't. Jordan, is that going to be picked up?
He
in that
can
mic?
edit it out. It's grand.
Yeah, like, oh, gee, like,
You've had your few
I can't even
grinder
talk about it.
experiences, I mean.
Oh yeah, Jesus, yeah. But
And
come
you
here, I
know
think
what?
that's like a rite of
Yeah,
passage,
but like
really,
that's
isn't
what
it?
I mean. I hate the way, like, about being gay. It's just overly sexualized. Like, what if you're just like not into that? You'd be ostracized from the gay
Why
world.
do you
If
want to
you're,
tell us something?
no,
You're
I
not
just
into
mean
sex.
it's not that I'm not, but I'm not overly into it. Like,
No, I know.
turns you off. I hate the way it's so overly sexualized, especially like young fellas. Like when you're not that I've been on Grindr now in a long time, but when you're on Grindr, they're like little young fellas lying. Like you feel like a pedo.
Really? I don't know, but like I'm in a relationship over 5 years. But like when I was on it, like years ago, I now genuinely like you would be on it. Like it is sexualized, I suppose you're right. And I think like when I was younger, clearly, like obviously I looked the way I looked. Like if you think I look bad now, you don't see why I
Like
used to look
honestly, Paddy has the best glow up of the wood. Like I know I was rotten, but like fucking.
But I think then at that step, when you're looking like that, like you're
can you just picture it right? Paddy had like red Rihanna red hair with like a big side fringe, like thick, like the Bebo kind of stunner glasses. Like you were fair play to you, you were in style for you, like. No, but like you looked fresh for back then.
I
I'd
looked
say
like a melted belly.
You look like a pure Bebo stunner, but like you had real bright clothes on you and like bright
for a
hair
fat,
and
like do you know, because like typically people like the way on them would
wear darker
wear
clothes.
darker
and stuff
clothes, but I
and
was
you
like,
had the jeans bands.
give me
You
the
like
pink.
you still wear women's jeans, don't you?
yeah, right, John. Yeah, I do actually, but I just like how
Just
tight
fit
they
you
are at
better.
the ankle. No, it is hard. Like, and obviously, you're kind of nearly proving to yourself that you can kind of be with people nearly. I don't know how
exactly.
sad. That's really
It's
sad, actually.
It's so sad, yeah. And I think that like going through that and like the more of them experiences you have, the better. Like,
Well, like I'm from it, like in a kind of rougher area as well, so
Same
it is
one.
more difficult to be gay there.
Yeah.
I think anyway.
yeah,
But to be fair now, I wouldn't lie. Like I didn't have the worst.
yeah. And neither did I. Like I,
Like
I wouldn't say I had the
lucky,
best.
and I had a very supportive family. Do you know?
yeah,
Like when I told my mum I was gay, I told my mum, my sister Sinead, and when I told them I was gay, they were just like rant. But like I was nearly expecting,
how old were you?
18.
18. Good
Yeah.
man, God bless. I don't think
Yeah.
I ever even had to come out.
I was at going to be first gay bar, like the night before.
And
Glitz.
where I was
Glitz
stuck.
of a
Remember that?
Tuesday. I think it was break for the border with
Yeah,
Victoria's
Victoria's
Secret.
Secret.
and
I mean,
April was there or something?
Yeah, April showers. Yeah.
But so then I was like, hey, do you know what?
I just have to say,
I was like, I'm home.
I'm
When
home, man. I remember I was in a fight and I was about 15, but I had said it to all my friends. Like, and
Who were you in a fight with?
No, it was a fight with my nanny, God rest her soul. And I said it to my friends that about a month or two before, and I was like, I don't know if I like girls or not. Yeah, awkward silence because no
Right.
one believed that. But
Are you a gold star guy? Have you ever been with a girl?
I fingered a girl. That means that. Awkward silence.
No, it's just that's actually I can't get that
What
image
did
out of
you
my head
do?
now.
What did
I've
you
had
do?
sex girls.
Lies out your arse.
Oh my ma. Well,
I can't believe it. On your
Yeah.
man's life, she's.
she only got my cancer. I don't know. No, but yeah.
What's it feel like? Going inside a fanny.
I could really go into it, but I wouldn't go into it on this podcast.
Why
to be honest with you.
is it warm?
It's let me just say it's not a lot easier
Yeah,
put
a lot
it-
easier than a bumhole.
to put into a funny than it is.
Yeah, it'd be like trying to fucking.
Maybe we should cut that, should we?
No, it'd be like trying
Huh?
to fucking sassy up a chemistry. Good night, God bless.
Alright,
Yeah. So the struggle to being gay. Funnily enough, like you met your fella at a funeral.
I did, and I knew his sister Katie, and
Who
I was
doesn't?
talking to her having the crack, and then I was talking to Christy. Now Christy always says that he didn't fancy me, right? But he added me on Facebook and messaged me. Like,
After the funeral.
yeah,
Right.
but he didn't fancy me.
Right. And that was
True or
right.
false?
Like
Well,
that was like after the voice.
yeah, it was
Right.
only it was a couple of years after, but yeah, like it was. Do you know what I was? I was really wasn't looking for anything.
It's always the way,
It always
isn't it?
is.
When you're
And
not
then we
looking
went
for
on a
it.
drive, and I was like, I didn't really know. Like he was down, but I didn't really know. And then
Yeah, because like that in the gay world, you have these stereotypes. If I only like this kind of a straight man, or
Yeah,
I want a
yeah.
masculine, obviously Christy is very masculine, I think. But he
looking,
talks like that cotton.
he talks like fucking
Marge
Patty and
Simpson.
Selma.
And Marge, yeah.
He's like, homie.
Yeah, he'd be like, communicate.
But he does look masculine.
Yeah.
But then the minute he opens his mouth, you're like, right.
Flamer.
But when I get into the car, I swear to God.
Oh, it's not worse when you're getting into the car when you're fucking fat, the wheels go,
Yeah, and he was driving a little tiny Peugeot.
Oh, I hate that.
The
Even getting out
sparks
the back
coming
of
out the end of it.
And when you get out of the back of a taxi, the thing goes.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm like,
he
oh,
was
Scala.
like, the minute I got into the car, he had me laughing from start to finish.
There you go.
And I was like,
Salt
he's the one
for me.
Yeah.
And that was that. And is that together how long now?
5.5 years.
And going strong.
Going.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Grand.
talk about your house fire. Like, what happened there?
Well, the house was on fire.
And you got burnt. That was that.
And I was sizzled. No, yeah, so I lived in
happened, like,
Darren
what
at the time.
happened?
There was
Yeah.
like a faulty plug, and the house just went up.
Just get clean.
And I woke up. We actually didn't, and it was a council gaff.
Oh, stop.
But like, I was trying to come to terms with being sizzled alive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wasn't really worried
I
about
was
me.
12.
Clean.
But
You weren't really sizzled alive, like. You
What?
didn't die.
yeah, but I was alive when I was sizzled.
Yeah, barely.
True. True or false? True.
Well, it was your fault. You walked through it. I'm only messing.
I ran.
I didn't walk. I
I
ran.
thought if you ran through
I
it quick
will
enough, you wouldn't
walk
get burnt.
through the fire. From
Because
Buffy.
where else can I turn?
Me and Paddy's favourite thing is Buffy, isn't
When
it?
do you know, like if you're holding a lighter and you put your finger over like that real quick, it doesn't burn you.
Yeah.
I
you
thought if I ran through the fire quick enough, it wouldn't burn me.
And you
But I was 12. Like, I mean,
been covered in gasoline that you just breathing little light, did you?
no, I
like?
wasn't covered in fucking gas.
Did you actually go on fire? Or
I just
was just
remember
the
walking
heat,
out of the
like-
house and like, do you know where your skin is connected under your nails?
yeah.
Like that, I was still connected there, but hanging.
yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible. I have to say, it was a bit
Oh God, love
traumatizing.
you, like yeah, and like I remember all the things, but tell me like what happened after. Like you had to do some rehabilitation and
Yeah, well, I was in hospital for 3 months, but it was I was on a life support machine for a couple of weeks and all. I feel like I'm eating this mic,
I know, but you have to talk close to it.
but you're 6 miles away from the mic.
I'm not. I'm like I know what I'm doing, Pauline. Yeah, but like, and that's like in the hospital. That's a lot of your best memories with your dad, isn't it?
Yeah, because my dad was with me. It stayed with me every single night.
yeah.
Now, he didn't stay with me one night, and I was sobbing, crying like it's where I was at to be taller as dying. But it was horrible because I was at to be in a morphine for so long. So when I was coming off that, it's like coming off heroin.
Yeah.
So I was hallucinating and
shakes
all,
now.
and I can still remember the hallucinations I saw.
What did
like,
you say?
I seen Willies in the bed now.
That was a good Saturday night.
No, I was 12, you fucking sick, and then
Yeah,
I
I
could see
love
like
that.
Apaches like blah, 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 outside the window and all.
Who?
Apaches, you know, like fucking big feather headdresses things and all.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
like cowboy
Yeah.
Indians.
Native American.
Yeah, sorry. Was that wrong? Was that, I don't
That's
know.
how cultural appropriation.
You know, cowboys and Indians, that's what we called as a child. That's why I said that. Jesus, sorry, now.
Come
I'm
on,
gonna be
yeah, right.
cancelled. But yeah, so it was hard. Like, it wasn't nice, and then obviously I had to have these special bats and all, so I got the bandages
I
and all.
remember you telling me about that.
And then I had to wear a special suit for a couple of years after. It's called a jobs garment, and it's a compression suit. So that wasn't nice. But like, come here. Probably one of the worst things was when I was fighting for my life on a life support machine. My brother and sister were brought to Lapland by Make a Wish
Yeah.
while I was conked fucking out fighting
You
for
got
my
fuck
life.
all.
And they were sitting in Lapland eating mince pies with Santi,
Yeah.
and I was on a ventilator.
And you got fuck all.
So I enjoyed
What
that.
was your Make-A-Wish?
Fuck all.
Did you not get nothing?
I didn't get on.
Who was in the hospital? Something like Justin Timberlake was in the hospital.
Yeah, so he opened the Ronald McDonald house, and Cameron Diaz was there, and he wouldn't meet anyone.
They told you
And
that.
his manager came down to the room with his DVD. I said, keep it. Your boxy DVD. He's 10 feet away. You wouldn't mind asking him to come in and give it to him himself, would you?
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good segue there on the next topic, like talk about your dead parents, because we both are experiencing the afterlife.
Well, you're worse.
Yeah, I fucking everyone belonged to me instead, but you have a dead father.
I do have a
What
dead
happened
father.
to him?
He died of a brain hemorrhage. So that's probably how I'm going to go.
Does it run in your family?
Yeah, I think I have to get tested now.
Hereditary? You're fucking on the way out. God love
Oh,
you. You
God.
have everything wrong with you.
Yeah, I do. I
Ta- list
have
the
an
things that you-
autoimmune, sorry. But
There we go.
anyway, yeah, so he died of brain hemorrhage. So, like, but come here, to be honest, I don't think that's a bad way to go.
What happened to you?
Just boom.
A headache and gone?
Yeah.
Knocked out?
Well, he kind of didn't die straight away, to be honest, but most people do, I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was 15.
So do you get triggered when people say I'm going to have a shy hemorrhage?
No.
I get triggered by
I don't get
biscuits.
triggered by anything. To be honest with you, especially with the house fire, like, I was the only one that was sizzled. Like, and out of the whole family, I probably the least
Traumatic,
psychologically.
yeah. Because you've
affected.
overcome it, like.
But I think as well, because the aftermath, I was in a coma.
Mm,
So all the trauma, like, straight after,
yeah.
I was asleep for.
I
Having
know,
a
probably
poxy
so
ball.
focused on just getting better in yourself
Yeah.
than you weren't really worrying about all that shit, like.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
Funnily enough, I was in a house fire as well.
Were you?
Yeah, I just wasn't
I
scared.
can't have.
you
like,
can't have
literally, I
an-
can't have anything.
It wasn't really like my house that was on fire.
Well, then it wasn't a
my
house.
attic. It was the next door, and we live in a council house, and they're all the fucking same. Do you know what I mean? So the house next door went up on flames, and my attic went on fire, and literally I never forget, I was in the bed. I used to share a room with my nanny, and I remember just hearing, yeah, I used to share a room. I shared a room with my nanny till I was 13. That's what happens.
Like in the same bed?
No, I had me on bed, like just share a room. But I like
chocolate factory.
yeah, literally 20 of us in the bed. But yeah, I never forget I was in the room with the telly was on Living TV. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I used to.
Charmed.
Goody and all used to be on.
Charmed. I fucking love it.
Power that was free.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes when I'm really sad,
the Power of Gay will that was free.
Jesus, sometimes when I'm sad, I want to cry. Yeah, watch Jade Goody's funeral on YouTube.
That's very
Or Princess
I
Diana's.
just watch me mass.
Or is it on YouTube?
No, but I have a video of it if you want it.
Oh, I would actually like to see that.
I have a picture of a dead body. Do you want to see that?
No.
I'll show you.
Whose dead body is it?
Me mass.
How much is it? Her face?
Yeah.
Yeah, show me after this.
I will show you.
Right.
She looks a bit like a monkey, you know.
Does she?
Just because the gum
Was
shield.
she swell?
No, she wasn't svelte, but like they put gum shield on it.
They
and,
don't.
like,
They
because I
wire
walked
jaw.
in, if they don't wire the jaw shut, they put mouths on the close it, like guards over your teeth so it doesn't recede back. And that's she was a bit. And anyways, was sitting in the room, so all I heard was like crackling, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I lifted my head up and I touched the wall, and the wall was hot, and all the wallpaper was bubbling.
That story's not true.
I swear to God in my man's life.
That story's not true.
I swear to God in my
I'm
man's
gonna
life.
need Aaron or something to
I
confirm
asked
this.
Aaron to verify it.
In.
And yeah, the wall was hot, and then I'm not messing. I looked out the window and I lit the fucking thing. All I could see was like orange glow. I was like, "Is that house on fire?" And then
I was
I
on
was
any
like,
sleep.
and then before I realized, yeah, we were all asleep. It was about 10:30 at night, and then before I realised that the room was like covered in a haze on the air, like on the ceiling. It was like a black fog on. I was
Come
like,
here.
"The house, will you let me talk? The house is on fire." So literally, we were all getting ready, getting the dog. There's a whole big huge commotion. The fucking thing was exploding.
That mange you think you have now?
No, the Harbour, the little King Charles.
Oh, right.
He was only brand new, so he was still in the kitchen at the time. And he was back, and Aaron had to move the car out, was the whole thing. The glasses, the windows blew and all.
Yeah,
like,
they shatter,
Yeah, shattered
The
and
heat.
blew. Like, it was like, everyone at the time, because there was a family that lived in it, but everyone thought that the family was still inside, so we were all, like, thinking they were all dead and all, but it was vacant. It was
Not like it's
that
huge
gaff
massive.
turned into a crack den. This is what happened. The gaff turned into a crack den next door, and all the fellas after our little bastards got in, and they were messing around. They lit a fire upstairs, and it just got out of hand, and they all legged it and left the gaff to burn. That's what happened. And our whole attic went on fire. I'm not mentioning we had to get like new curtains, new cushions, new couches. We had to get the fire. I know, but like the gaff next, the smell of the house for weeks now. We had to get it painted and everything. It was mad. Yeah, that was that.
Are you finished now?
Yeah, I'm finished.
No, the smoke in a house fire. The smoke is the worst part. Like when I was in a house fire,
Yeah, the smoke kills you, isn't it?
it could you could feel it. It was
Yeah.
that thick. You could feel it. Like I face planted the press. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
When I woke up, I was like, "Get out, house on fire!" And because I couldn't see
Yeah,
it,
'cause you're
I
weak, like,
literally ran.
But it's
straight
gas how
into the
quick it
hospital.
goes, doesn't it?
Face
Like every second
hot outside.
counts.
Yeah.
It's like literally. I remember like we were only in the house for 10 minutes, but our house was literally destroyed within them 10 minutes.
Oh,
My whole
literally.
attic went on
Yeah.
fire. Like I had to be all redone and all.
Yeah, it is.
All their Christmas decorations were gone.
Fire kills.
I was feeling myself about not touch my Barbies upstairs. I'll go in a mad one. But
Right. Okay.
the next topic here was talking about like family struggles. So you and me, like we're both from council estates, and like we both from like hard enough times growing
Yeah.
up. Like what was it like for you?
Like we obviously after the house fire, my mum and dad didn't really cope well. Like they were told I just wanted to in a juice coma, but then they couldn't get me out of it. So they were like, "You're gonna like we don't know if he's gonna make it, blah blah blah." And they kind of turned to the bottle
Yeah.
to the whiskey for a while, and then we just kind of
All drifted apart. Like we
all
all
drifted apart. We
you
all
said you was all
separated
put
and
into
foster care
care.
and all. Yeah, I actually went my nanny though, but purely because I was just kind of naturally started saying that, and I still had that suit on my skin and all. Do you know what I mean? So
You were the sick one that needed the mind, and like
Yeah,
and
well, I
Nanny was
wouldn't
able
say,
to give
like-
that to you, like though.
yeah, but so we didn't have a heart. Like, come here.
But did you all, I know, I understand, like you kind of had to go through because you just went through, but like at the time, obviously it was difficult because each person was separated. And
Well, it was difficult because obviously for me, I was coming to terms with having these scars that I never had before, and then I wasn't with my brothers and sisters anymore, and
Them as
I
well
wasn't
then,
with my
like,
mum and dad, yeah, and they were all separated and all. But my dad died down a couple of years later, and then my mum just
couldn't hack like.
no, she got off the drink. Everything. She's like 14 years off drink now.
Wow.
But one by one got us all back. So
Well done. Oh dear, I am couldn't hack. You're like, no, quite the opposite.
no, yeah, quite the opposite. She's actually still alive.
Fair play.
Yeah,
My
so
man
then-
did what my man couldn't do, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but come
Just
here.
have our kids, like. My man likes having babies, but not rearing
difficult.
kids.
People judge people with addiction and all like that.
Yeah, until you go through, you don't really
absolutely
know.
not. And like same way with like suicide stuff like that. Like you haven't got a clue because your mind has to be in that same little bit, like little thing in your mind, like
exactly.
That,
and it's one
that luckily enough we've never experienced. Do you know what I mean?
But like we've experienced the side of losing them. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, so
yeah. Come here.
I used to always be like, no, because I grew up, I had heard all the time, I never said it, but I had heard all the time, suicide, selfish and this and that.
Yeah.
I had friends, I was just saying to Ryan earlier, man, like I've been to more friends' funerals than I have adults, like, and that's all down to suicide.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've had like 4 friends that killed themselves before I was 21.
Luckily enough now I haven't actually had it. There was a fella that I went to stage school with, Ryan, he took his own life and he was a lovely fella, like, do you know what I mean? And that's the only really experience I've had.
And they're telling you to put your phone on silent, I didn't put mine on.
But so difficult for families, and thankfully I think with mental health now I feel like we are making strides and, like,
to try and normalise it as well.
Like I think now, like in the last couple of years it's definitely, especially for fellas, it's a taboo.
Yeah, and it's the same with that whole session life as well. Like people like the drinking and the drugs and the come down and stuff like that. It's
100%
wild. Even with my man, like,
that because when if you're not the only, you're the odd one out nowadays.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
And what does my head in? Like if you're at a session or whatever like that, and there's drugs and stuff like that floating around, someone says, "Oh no, I don't want anything." Why are you questioning the fact that you said no? Do you know what I mean? He could be on a journey for himself. I was trying to find a better life or whatever, and then you're judging him. Like people, I've seen that so many times. People get judged because he told you no, he doesn't want to. Like,
but same with drink.
Yeah.
You're not drink. Why are you not drinking?
Why are you not coming out? Like,
have a drink. You
could be trying. You could be trying his hardest.
To be honest with you, I'm never the one that's not drinking. So.
But if you need, say if like you need to say to yourself, right, I need to relax and stop.
Well, I did. I actually went to a tour last year and didn't drink. I'm proud of myself.
It was horrible.
No, I got the Heineken 0, and the best thing about it was
what's the point?
no, because you're holding it down and no one's fucking denying you to drink.
Yeah, true, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
Because
my willpower was weak.
On like vodka.
I drove and I was like, no, and everyone was like, leave the car there, and I was like, well, like, no. But,
yeah, even like with mental health, like with my man, like my man, like committed suicide, but it wasn't in a way like that she was depressed and she had planned it or anything like that. It was one of those like little snaps because my man was coming down from like, you know, benzodiazepines and like all that. She was coming down off of Zimmerfans, and she should have went into treatment and should have been looked after, and she was just doing it privately with her doctor, and she shouldn't have done that.
Really, when you think about what hope had she got?
Exactly.
Like she was swimming against the tide, really.
Exactly, and fighting for her. It was sad because she was on drugs for so many years and tried her hardest to come off of drugs, and fucking drugs got her in the end because it was like, it was mad.
I feel real emotional.
I know, but it's the truth. Like, I think it's so sad about my ma.
Yeah,
because my ma was
so young as well.
Yeah, she was only 39. My ma was literally just about to be like 40 was the new whore. You know what I mean? 40.
Imagine
was
the buzz you'd have for her now.
Like,
she was here, like
funny cunt. I feel like she is always with me though. Weirdly, like every time. Tammy, but like
Tamara. Is that her name, Tamara?
No, Tammy.
Oh. Is Tammy not short for
No, because her dad's name's Tommy and she's Tammy. That's literally how stupid it is. But yeah, like every time I go to a medium and all, they're like, you are like surrounded by her. Like she is literally. She's like, she's all around you. Yeah, but that's that. So we talked about family struggles and we talked about what's it like being from Darndale? Because like, I actually don't. I swear to God, I wouldn't tell you how to get to Darndale.
Yeah, it's in
Snowdrop Lane.
Right. So yeah, they're all named after.
You're the north side, like.
Yeah, the north side.
Like we're the south. Like we're not technically south side, but we are southwest. So people don't believe that. Like when I say I'm from the southwest, and they're like, "What even is that?" And I'm like, "Clondalkin is the southwest. It's not the north side." But like, I think because we all must have come from town, and you went that way and we went that way. We're all we have the same accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like 2 seconds away from where I live is Lucan, and they're like, "Paddy, like, what do you want in Starbucks?" And it's like, cop on. Do you know what I mean? You live 2 seconds down the road. Oh, stop. See you later.
Yeah, Darndale's grand. Like, obviously it's a rough area, but I was in a podcast before.
He doesn't talk to the microphone.
I don't know. I'm getting too comfortable. But so I was on a podcast before, and I was saying like being from a disadvantaged area is not a personality trait.
No.
Like, you can be proud of where you're from. Yeah.
You don't have to be
like, yeah, you can recognize the struggles, but like yeah, it was a tough area, but the only good thing I feel like this school in Darndale is amazing because it's a disadvantaged area to get so much funding.
Yeah, you are.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a brilliant. I could never have had that school, and like the after school things and all. It's a great community.
Yeah.
Do you know? Whereas like I live in Dooneycarney now.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of older people. It's a lovely place, but a lot of older people. So I personally don't feel as much of a community spirit as say in Darndale.
Yeah.
Like, you know what they say, like, it takes a village to rear a kid. Like, Darndale was like that.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, I come home from school, my ma hasn't home from the shop, and and you just go next door. Do you know what I mean?
That's fair.
Where you would never
I feel
get
like
that.
back in the 90s, it was just a different world,
It
wasn't
really
it?
was,
It was
wasn't
a different world.
I'd give anything to have
Do
it
you remember?
be like back there.
Do you remember, like, even like, I remember my uncle would like write me a letter to get smokes, like, and I just hand in the note and get the smokes handed to me like at about 5.
My ma used to work in Bobby's, like, in the little news agents in Darndale, and she wasn't allowed to save us. Like, why? She's hardly going to give us a free chocolate fucking mice, like, hand
Do you remember when you used to be able to like buy one smoke?
No.
Like, literally, you used to be able to buy one smoke.
I don't
one
actually
match.
remember that, to be honest.
Swear to God, you could buy one smoke and one match.
One match?
One match, yeah.
Much?
Swear to God, I can't even remember, but I just remember like having one smoke and one match.
You?
With the old
See, I never smoked.
My nanny wouldn't let me do it, but my uncle was always there. Go around there and got smokes with it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
My nanny wouldn't, like, and like I remember like years ago where my nanny was like a little fucking informant, like had the FBI on her back. Like, my nanny worked in a community centre, so she worked in like a women's group, and she was very heavily involved in the community, so everyone was her friend. I'm not best. She's like famous around Greenford. Like, if you walk up the road and everyone planning, how are you? But like that, when I grew up and I started smoking and drinking and all, every bastard ratted on me, on me. Like, literally, there wouldn't be a time my nanny wouldn't come back and go, "Where were you last night, Polly?" and tell me so and so. Did you have a smoke in your hand?
Sure, come here. I have a few of my nanny's friends on fucking Facebook, and anytime I take the piss at my nanny on Facebook, our friends
Do rat like your nanny is fucking gas.
She's mad,
I always get real emotional when I look at your nanny because it reminds me of mine so much.
Really?
Yeah, and
Except
I
for
love
mine's
to be,
alive.
yeah, and I love to be able to slag my nanny like the way you can slag yours.
Well,
She's gas.
I promise to slag my nanny twice as
more,
much.
yeah.
For you as well.
Go on, give me a little detail of your nanny and what she's like. Do you wear that chair?
Yeah.
It
That chair's
it was
never
the
ready
chair,
to
it
go.
wasn't me, I promise.
My nanny is 75 next month. She's my best friend.
Yeah.
She's a
Diabetic.
fella now. She's diabetic. She is. She collapsed in short a few years ago and nearly went into a diabetic coma. But I said, Nanny, I think you're diabetic, because she was fucking guzzling the 7-Up. And then after she was diagnosed with diabetes, I caught her in the fridge drinking Coke or something. I said, Nanny, and she was like that. I was like, Nanny, you're diabetic.
You're like that. I always think you're diabetic. You're one toasty cunt.
Yeah, I love water.
Like, you.
I'd say if I didn't drink water, I'd probably be dead.
I know, like, you hear what the water out. I'm like, Paddy, go get checked, and you have loads of times, haven't you?
Yeah.
And if anything, it should be made at diabetic. Yeah, so like, talk about the fact that you are a winner of The Voice. How'd that go?
That was
how'd that happen?
Absolutely shite. No, I'm joking. How did it happen?
Yeah.
So I went on this show and I sang and I won. No, I applied for it. My friends actually, Mark and Nicola, applied for me, and
Was it like an audition thing, like?
yeah, no, they applied and it was the last day
Right.
of it, and the last day you could apply, and I went and done the audition. That was grand. I was absolutely shitting. Like, I wasn't as confident as
Was
I
it
am
an
now.
audition for the producers?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Then I done the blind audition. I was the first singer of the series on the blind auditions, and they all turned.
Right.
So
Who
I
was
was the
the
first
judges?
singer in Una from the Saturdays,
Yeah.
in Healy, Rachel Stevens from S Club 7.
Yeah, Dahi.
Dahi?
What's his name?
What?
What's the fella's name?
Brezzy.
Oh, yeah.
Dahi.
Everyone-
Brezzy and Kane from Westlife. And they all turned and I chose Una. And
Why?
I was,
Why Una?
oh,
Just love the Saturdays,
I'm a
like.
gay fella, like,
Yeah,
I
I
love
know.
Saturdays. But
What the fuck does Rachel Stevens now? If I were in your shoes.
no, but I loved Una, and I have to say, to be honest with you, it's the best thing out of the show.
Yeah.
Was picking Una.
And yeah, like, you have still a great friendship with her now.
Yeah,
today,
like, I
don't
still
you?
haven't actually spoken to her in a while now, but she's always been great. Like, I went to London with her to write and record, and which
Do another show we won't talk about.
no,
different time, I
went
know,
to
but, like-
her, yeah, to write and record, and she's like, she was always really, really supportive of me. Do you know what I mean? And like, they don't have to, like, their contract ends with the end of the Voice. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And even the fella from the university was from the record company was like saying, like, it was a bit unheard of, like, that she had contacted saying she wanted to be part
She's
of
a
it. Do you know what
decent
I mean?
young one at the
She
end of the day.
sounds like sorry, it's somebody from
like,
Offaly, like, do you know what I
Let
mean?
me do her makeup, like.
Oh, you
really
do her
want
makeup.
to.
She's absolutely stunning.
Oh, she's
She's
gorgeous.
this high person
Even her
that-
little daughter is the image of her,
Her
isn't
two
she?
kids are absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful.
He was a bit of a ride now, a fella. Ben.
Ben, oh, we won't get into
I know,
that.
but he was a bit of a ride, can't lie.
He was very small in height.
Fuck off, I thought he
Yeah.
was tall.
No, tiny.
We're like giants.
Yeah, like, we are literally
Yeah,
like Morbeck's
and-
compared
yeah.
to him. Morbeck. We should dress up as ever
Oh my
Halloween.
god, I know.
I know, you'd be skinny by then.
Yeah.
But
By
anyway,
then? What do you mean by then? And anyways, yeah, go on.
yeah, so it was an amazing experience. Had a record deal for like 18 months.
I'll never forget, right? I went into, do you know, what's that? Tasty Treats in Ballyfermot? Do you know that, the bakery? and they had a poster of you, like, about supporting you
Oh,
on
really?
The Voice, yeah. And literally, I was like, "Who's that?" And then I remembered them, and I was like, got friends with you. I was like, "Oh my god, that was
yeah, that's him!
That was him from the bakery." Katie, look.
No, but yeah. I can't remember. Yeah, so I knew loads of people, obviously, because like I'm in a stage school year, so I know people from all over Dublin.
Yeah.
Even though I'm from Darndale, I kind of grew up in the Liberties. Like,
Who were you against for the final? I forget.
So in the battles, I won a fella, and he actually got stolen onto Rachel's team, and he was in the final with me. Sarah McTiernan. She represented Ireland in Eurovision a couple of years ago,
Right.
22.
No.
And then a girl called Emma Humber, she came second.
Right.
But like they kept saying to me all along, they were like
Fixed
a
for you,
Dublin
was it?
person. No, can't fix them. A Dublin person never wins because like country people love RT and all. Do you know what I mean? So they were like to me, and I was like, all right, like calm down.
Yeah. But there you go. You
So I remember being like on the stage, and there was me and Emma, and I was holding Una's hand. She was like, "You have it, you haven't." And I was like, "No, I don't know." It was fucking brilliant. I have to say.
I actually watched a few of them videos, and I was like, "Fucking hell! Like, I can't believe you like did that. Like the production value."
One thing I will
and,
say, like I know, like obviously the budget for the Vice Band is so much smaller than the Vice UK now.
Yeah, but they done well. Like,
Come here, I tell you, see, every single person that worked on the Vice Band, you could not fault them. Like, you'd be getting emails at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, they worked their
arse
bollocks
like,
off.
yeah.
And like,
I even find like
they
when
were
I do anything
so-
professional on this side, like
Yeah.
in Ireland, they actually are on it. Like
they really are. And
they're not as
more
much on it as
grateful.
paying you, but fucking hell,
But oh yeah, we say
they
no
are.
more. But I like they're so nice, isn't it? It was such a positive experience the whole show. Now I know it's easy for me because I won it. Do you know, it probably wouldn't be
Yeah,
as
but
positive.
no,
if
you
I
had
fucked
you had
out.
a great time.
But they were so nice and they
It
were
was like
lovely
college.
to me.
Would you go back and do it and like that again?
The show?
Yeah.
No, remember the X Factor rang me to go over?
Yeah, so he went and done the X Factor. For anyone that
You looked
doesn't
at the
know.
camera there.
He went and done the X
So a
Factor.
couple of years ago, the X Factor rang me and said, "Come over. We want you to audition and skip all the producers and go straight to the judges." I'm going to say this really fast because I get into a bad humour right if I can. So then, basically, the Royal Sam Cow was like, "No."
No,
Robbie-
set the scene. He went down and done it, got on the show, the whole shebang, the 4 judges in front of the big crowd and everything like that. Went down and done a song. He got cut off there and then and got told to do a different one.
Yeah, and I got cut off after 2 lines as well. What happened was I was supposed to. There's 2 sets, like a day set and a night set, and I was supposed to be in the night set, but I had to get a flight home that night. So I think I told them I was singing at a wedding or something. I had to go.
Yeah.
So I had to be put on the end of the first one, and like the judges hate being
Anything
delayed or
that,
anything like
yeah.
that. Do you know what I mean? So I was kind of at a disadvantage already, but like it was just a fucking.
And who were the judges?
Robbie Williams, his wife, Louis from One Direction, and Simon, and Louis from One Direction and the wife said, yeah. And Robbie Williams was like to me, like something like, "You're an amazing singer, but I'm just not feeling it." I felt like saying, well, I didn't know it was a fucking feeling contest. It's a fucking singing contest.
Yeah,
like,
and shut your mouth. I was singing it in 2 seconds.
I would have
like,
loved to say, "Come up here now and let's sing
Yeah.
Angels."
yeah, you should have. Because if you'd have had that personality, I think you would just pure like,
Probably
right,
would have went
grand.
through. No, because I was like, I'm not begging for it. Because they
Yeah.
kept saying to me, like, to produce it during it, like, at that
You
day.
didn't, you didn't give you a sob story or none
But
of
that day they were
like,
like,
yeah.
what would you do? And I said, no, would you like be? And I was like, that's my
Okay,
bollocks. Like,
yeah.
I'm raging I done it, to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
I went from being the Vice Band to an X Factor reject, you know?
Yeah, I know.
And it was very, very, very hard to get back gigging after that.
Yeah.
I was so embarrassed. And I was thinking to myself, really, I'm a big fan of the X Factor now, so I don't need to
Yeah.
say it. I know it's a reality TV show, do you know what I mean? But like, I'm quite headstrong, and it made me think, like, if you weren't headstrong, like, that could really affect you,
Yeah,
because
exactly. But
I
you
was
know your
really
worth.
down, but I was really down, and I didn't. I was like, oh my God, like, I'm actually fucking
Yeah,
shy.
man, like, yeah.
And I was like, it took me a while. Now, I went back, I done my first gig back in the Malts, which is my favourite place.
Yeah.
And a fella got up into the mic and all was like, we just want to say,
Welcome
fuck
back.
the
like,
X
and
Factor, he's
fuck
amazing.
them,
All like,
like,
I know, yeah.
Do you have any clue? Like, hop on. If it goes off of pure talent, like, you would have won it.
I absolutely loved him.
I feel like
That's
he's
me
like
Friday
the
hunt.
male Adele.
I fucking wish
But
I had
yeah.
a bank.
So speaking of that, the segue in, like, so you have a normal job now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
You have a
made-
normal job now.
What made you go for like a more normal job? Obviously with the
I
pandemic.
was on me
and shit.
bollocks having a cent during the pandemic. That's what made me. There was no gigs, obviously, and my friend Corinne worked in it, and she was like, they're looking for someone, so I went up. But I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
'Cause
What
I
is it
just-
you do?
I'm on reception, and like doing like all the admin stuff and all for it, you know what I mean? I love
In a
it.
dental nurse's office.
In a dentist's office.
In a dentist's office.
But I started doing trainee dental nurse now, but I tell you one thing. For
Fucking
none.
difficult, yeah.
Oh my God. I thought dental nurse was just
No.
suck and spit.
No.
They have to do everything. They have to clean the whole surgery between things, get everything ready for a dentist. Couldn't be a dentist without a dental nurse.
Exactly.
And the first time I ever done it, oh my God, I'll never forget, right? So you have a thing that sucks the spit, saliva ejector, and a large and a fast suction, right, which is a big one. So that gets the aerosol spraying into the tape.
Well, I tell you what, when I went and got my teeth cleaned the other week, there was fucking now dental nursing. I had to fucking do it myself and hold it.
Oh yeah.
I said, this is a bit ghetto.
Sometimes they ring in.
No, but you're having all like. It's really worth it. I'm not paying fucking whatever for this.
The first time.
Medical card, me.
The first time I was doing it, I was doing the suction whatever like that, and it was the dentist, and the dentist who owns my dentist is the president of the Irish Dental Association, like, so she'd be well known, like. I pumped your hands. So, but I'll never forget the first patient, like, she'd literally only 4 teeth, right, and they were blowing in the wind. They were like fucking calf flaps, right? So the dentist kept saying, right in, and here I was putting the suction thing, but right in, yeah. And as the big suction was close to the seat, they were blowing. I was like, a whole fucking teeth is gonna go up this. So I was rattling, but because I was so, your mum was in her 80s, like, and because I was so nervous, didn't I suck her fucking tongue up? Yeah, but couldn't get the tongue off it. So every time I pulled the suction, her whole head and body was moving with me.
Oh no! Sometimes when I feel like I'm giving someone a blow dry, like
I thought you were gonna say something else.
No, a blow dry, especially not a woman. Yeah, like say if you have a knot, like in it when you're blow drying it, like, and you know the knot isn't gonna come out, I do just go try quick reefer, and like instead of taking it, putting the hairdryer down and untangling it and all.
So you're lazy, is what you're saying.
Try and do it, yeah. But sometimes you do leave them, like send them back, and you do be like, climb.
Why you short?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, so like literally the worst. This is a load of bollocks, isn't it? I don't even really want to talk about it, but it kind of we have to.
Yeah, like, to be honest with you,
there's not just a Ukrainian war going on.
No, but like I feel like I just want to turn off to tell you I'm watching it and all, but then I turn and think to myself, like, what? I'm coming from a place of such privilege to be able to just turn it off to tell you and not have to deal with it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
So partially, like,
but that's what makes you think. There's not just wars going in there. There's people like in Africa, Syria, like Libya. All that is happening at the moment, and it's not just. And then there's this whole fucking like.
Like, to be honest with you, the world's just
nuclear threat and all, especially, and the people in Russia. Russia is turning into a dictatorship. Like, that is slowly but surely turning into North Korea. Like,
he's a fucking crackpot.
He's a loo.
Like, I don't get.
Did you hear this thing about the Japanese demon?
No.
Did you not hear of it? Did you not see it on TikTok? Apparently, there's a Japanese demon that was trapped inside of a rock, and it was to kill a Japanese emperor who had been staying on terms basically for longer than they should have, who reigned longer than they should have. So who is a world leader that's at a staying in term longer than they should have, that needs to be assassinated by a demon? Putin. And this now
Jordan, what I tell you is,
hang on, this rock now is after breaking, and then suddenly the demon is loose. So hopefully,
right,
Putin gets it.
The advice I have for you is get a fucking hobby. Believe in all that fucking shit.
Get a hobby.
I think someone told me, now I could be wrong, so don't quote me, that Putin, when he became president, he changed the laws to say that he could be president forever.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, well, he's like, he was in politics and president. So he's in, fuck off. I can't stand him. He's full of filler. I have to say, his doctor is very good. Give me his number.
He is not very good.
He looks like
he's full of fucking Fritex.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a wrinkle. He's filled to bits. I love it. Well, I don't love Putin, but I just love the filler. But yeah, and anyway, segue. God love all the people that are going through that.
If you say segue, right, guys, when you're listening to this podcast,
segue.
Every time Jordan says segue, do a shot. You be
I say, do you know what I mean a lot as well. I'm like Jerry Halliwell. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Britney update.
Fuck off! If I had to listen to
Britney.
No, so come here and I tell you one thing.
Britney is way better than Christina.
She is, and her Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Sorry, Britney can't speak in K. Never mind sing in K. No, I'm only joking. But
Christina doesn't sing; she shouts.
Come here, Jordan. I'm not even getting into this now. Don't start denying me.
Don't get into it.
Britney Spears, I respect Britney. You don't respect Christine.
I do. She's
I respect Britney. Like, she is an iconic pop star, but she's not a vocalist.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I went to the first concert I ever went to see was Britney Spears, and then he was like, "Let's get you and Sinead tickets to the RDS," and here I was.
Yeah, you're lying.
Well, I went to see her a few times, and I've never seen Christina.
Put on a show to save her life, and that is the truth. Like,
Jordan, I'll split you open. Now let's change. What's next on the list? Because I'm not listening to it.
3LW. Get inside of it. Book my message. What is the next?
Remember they were in what? Taina.
Oh, remember the blue.
You do or you don't.
I used to love that. Remember the one what I found? She had like
somebody get me. What was it? File for my crocodile. Oh, I don't know. A bucket for my crocodile too. I don't know. Wrong.
Yeah, whatever.
Taina.
Go on. your little segment. So normally Enya has a segment called Top 10 with N.
It's Top 10 with N.
Yeah, but we don't have that this week. So we have Top 3 with Paddy. So Ryan, play the music. Now, Paddy's top 3 things are...
So, my top 3 with Paddy is top 3 fat moments.
Oh, I can 100% agree with anything you're going to say. I have a feeling.
Well, right. So, first of all, my first fat moment is when I was on The Voice.
Yeah.
I was over 5 stone heavier than I am now.
Right.
So, if you think I'm fat now, lads,
I don't
you'd
think
want to see me now.
Just think you're pleasantly plump.
Pleasantly plump. And they couldn't get close with me for hell. No water, or whatever that fucking saying is. So any shirt I liked was like a large or an extra large, and I was in the 76 XL or whatever. I was in fucking a circus tent.
So what did they do?
Yeah, they had to keep cutting the backs up of the short, literally to the neck, so the thing would fit me.
And like paper it like at the back?
No, because I'd be wearing a blazer over the shorts.
Oh, so they just cut it?
They
but
just
what did
cut
they do
it
to keep it tight? Like,
I'll be tucked into my jocks and all.
oh, stop.
I know, yeah. That was like you think I'd say, right, Paddy?
No, yeah.
But put the fucking crisps
that's one
down.
thing I hate about that, like in anything when you do that and like that, even like getting ready for a wedding and all, like they just don't cater to like.
They don't know. It's a lot better now, like with the likes of ASOS.
I can't even fucking talk about it, but like getting a suit and all when you're bleeding like bigger is just a lot of bollocks.
And it's you're uncomfortable in it, and it's just not the right. Like,
No.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my first fat moment. Then the next fat moment was, right, I was working Dawn's just before the Voice, and
On George Street.
yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Come here, if they could match the wages I'm on now, I'd be back. But no, I'm only joking. But the fat moment is, right, so I was in the toilet.
Do you want to bang that table anymore?
Sorry,
Fucking hell, he's so experienced with mics. Come on.
So I was the toilet, the fella's toilet was broke,
Right.
and I needed a shit,
Yeah.
basically.
Shite.
A shite. And
Disgusting!
that's what's wrong with that shit? But I had to use the women's, and on the toilet, it was like the disabled toilet in the women's, and there was no toilet.
Right.
And like I can't cover having a shit. Like I need half an hour. Like,
I wouldn't sit on it, honestly.
would you not?
I'd have to clean it, yeah, because I feel like I'd break it.
Well, I knew this.
Oh.
No, I didn't break it, thank God. So I sat in it, but there's no toilet, so it was just the ceramic I was sitting on.
Ceramic?
Do you know the ceramic, like the ceramic bowl?
Oh, yeah.
And I was sitting on it, and when I was finished my poo, and I went to get up off it, because my arse was that fat, coming off the toilet suctioned it, so the toilet flushed.
Fuck off.
The toilet flushed on its
Fuck
own.
off. I hate when you're on like a little small come out.
It wasn't small. It was fucking huge.
Oh, and
It
your
was
arm
obviously,
covered
I
in
was
it.
obviously have to airlocking it with me fucking fat.
Do you ever go fucking shy on a plane? Good night, God
Yeah,
bless.
are you for real?
One cheek to
I
be
could
on
barely
this
even
side
stand
and
up in the
oh,
plane.
it's horrible.
And then the last time, funny enough, planes, the third fat moment in top 3 of Paddy is me and Christy were going away a while ago, and we were on a plane, and I was getting my seatbelt on. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, there's not much give in the
No,
seatbelt
in
for me.
Ryanair.
Like, I won't lie, just.
In Ryanair.
And Christy goes to me, what's Christy say?
Do you need a seatbelt extension?
Yeah.
Stop.
I goes,
Are you for it? Yeah, and I'd be like, yeah, I do.
I didn't. I said,
No,
I will
I'll
in my
top-
body. I'd rather chew the fucking belly off myself to get it on. Like,
Oh,
there's
it's
no
hard.
way.
I know, but I'll top you, right? Not that way. Imagine. Ew. Fucking. We were going. I never forget. Me and my sister were going to Paris.
I just
and,
thought this was top 3 of Paddy, but go on, yeah.
Well, I'm talking about my fat experiences. We were going to Paris, right? And I hadn't been on a plane in like 3 years or whatever like that, so I wasn't sure if the seat would fit me. So I had this like whole plan in my head, but like I didn't know that when we got the extra leg room, and I didn't know that in the leg room you can't have a seatbelt extension because it's an exit aisle.
Yeah,
You're
so
not
you
allowed to
can't be
have any of
overweight.
that. So I get on the plane and I sits down and I'm like, can I have a seatbelt extension? She's like, oh, I can't give you one. I would have to move you.
Move it, fatty.
So yeah, she moved me up to the, and because I'm like 75 foot tall, she moved me to the front of the plane.
Yeah,
and when
'cause
you're at the front
it
of
was
the
because
plane,
you were tall. They had to
no,
move
but this
you,
is what I'm telling you. When you're at the front of the plane, the seats get smaller because it goes narrower. So I was sitting at the window with a seatbelt extension, and I'm like that because the fucking plane goes in. Like, and she was like, "You just look so uncomfortable." She moved me a third time. Got up and moved. The whole plane was looking at me just before takeoff. Right? Like, and there's me walking around with the big fucking orange seatbelt extension like a fucking dope. I never forgot when.
Like, why do you have to make it a luminous orange? Like,
literally, I
like,
wanted to just blend
spot
in with
the fatty.
the
Spot
navy,
everyone
like,
just point there and say fatty.
No, like, and then literally until I got my surgery, like, I was only going to Manchester there, and I was gone, and I was like, I hadn't been on the plane since I got my surgery, and I was like, will I chance to see seatbelt fit me? So I just said, fuck it. But they didn't click in straight away, and I was on my own. I had
That's
no
a non-scale
friends.
victory.
Literally, I wanted to turn around and be like, you don't know what this means to me.
We're on your own.
Literally, it was on my own. I couldn't really, but here I was like that the whole time.
I'd say you felt real skinny.
And I'll tell you one of your other real fat moments, like when I was younger.
Wrap this up now.
No, we have the time. How long have we got left?
No, I don't mean that. I mean just this conversation part.
No, but like years ago, I had a few bob, right, and I went out, like I was literally about 12, and I went over and I got the Betty Crocker, devil's food, like devil's food cake, the chocolate fudge cake. You know the Betty Crocker cake? I
mix.
had the fucking icing off of it, right? But I lied. I lied and told me nanny that I didn't have it. I didn't get anything in the shop, but I got that icing. So I went up and I would take a bit out of it and put it under my bed, and I would like hide it under my bed, and I would go and take like 2 or 3 spoonfuls of each time and put it back, and then I hid it. I took it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because that is the fattest thing I've ever.
Isn't it disgusting? Like I was only 12, and I was lying about like having icing. So
you mean
under my
tell
bed,
me you'd a bucket of icing hidden under your bed?
And then like I left it there that long. There was ants on it and all. I mean, Annie found it.
Did you get it?
She was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know how it got there." But like, and
that's
it.
it.
The thing was licked clean. There wasn't a bit of thing. And I was like, "I don't know how it got ants because there was nothing in it." Awesome.
Well, I tell you one thing. I admire your honesty.
Well, you have to.
Betty Crocker. That's your new name now.
Yeah, Betty Crocker. Betty Cockeye.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, what is your so over?
So this week, I'm so over.
This week, like you'll be back on it next week.
Oh,
you probably will. Due to popular demand.
And you take an extra week in New York.
Yeah, fucked.
I actually went to see Anya Spice on our last tour.
She's fucking gas, isn't she?
And like when I went to see, we went to Vicar Street. Like we bought tickets to Vicar Street, and me and Christy, I swear to God, it was the first thing we went to really kind of after the pandemic. And when I tell you, I cried laughing, and we were sitting on a table in Vicar Street with 2 girls, and they recognised me from another podcast I was on.
Just a podcast queen.
And they I fucking roared laughing. Then we got to chance of tickets in the Red Cow. Our friends were going.
Yeah.
And I was like, Christy, it's the same shop, but fucking we'll go. But I swear to God, I'm not even joking. I roared laughing at the whole thing again.
Yeah.
Here was, am I a fucking stalker?
Oh, sorry. She can literally just turn it on. That's one thing I find so mad about her. Like, she's so quiet and
she's great at handling. I remember there was
like,
a fella and a girl up at the top, like.
Oh, she's good off the cuff, like with the people.
Great.
Yeah, she's
like,
great,
and you know what? People don't realise how hard that is.
Yeah.
When someone's heckling you. I know, like, you're a comedian.
It can throw you off, though. Like,
fucking right, it can.
I find, especially with Enya, because she has things to remember and like punchlines, and it's not just stand up there and talk.
I'd love to be in her mind. Like, I'd love to know how she comes up with all
the way she says it. She said it's literally like it's a give and a take between like you have to. She'll like say she started joking. She said if it's not really funny, she'll rush through it like to get it over with. She won't drag it out. Like, so it's like a give and a take between the audience. So she kind of has to be on the ball.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's one thing. She is very quick.
Yeah, she's hilarious. She deserves all her success, isn't she?
She's doing well, Enough of licking Enya's game. What are you so over?
Right, so this week I'm so over Unsportive France.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to be catty and I don't want to be bitchy, but like, I'm a singer and I never post singing videos.
Never let me forget about it.
No, but I never post singing videos because genuinely, most of the time when I listen to something back, I'm like, that's
you actually need to get on that.
I know,
you need
but
to cop on.
I have this dip. I get dips in confidence. It's weird, but.
Says me.
No, I know.
Like, says me, I'm literally.
You don't want to start doing more smoke, yes. But I posted a video this week and I actually sounded good. It was a rehearsal for something. I went, no, I have to. I really like how I always
like you take me camera.
And I'd be dead before you, especially now that you're skinny. And like I posted, and like obviously loads of people are reposting all. So many people reposting that you can't even share them all because no, you actually didn't. I don't know if you did. But
I watched that, I know that.
But I've noticed other friends, good friends, close friends, like that post videos of other people singing like, and I don't mean Beyonce, I mean another singer, like, do you know what I mean? And I know that probably sounds petty, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
It does sound petty.
But
it's just like, and these are the same people like, how are you not famous? Like, how are you not doing this? Well, I tell you why I'm not, because you're not posting me fucking video, that's why.
And come here, it's your day tomorrow, they'd want to cop on.
Yeah, exactly, same Paddy say.
We didn't even, like, mean to match, look.
And the table's white.
Green, white and orange.
Can you look?
What am I so over? So literally, sometimes with this poxy slave, you get things called.
Did you get a slave? Never heard.
No, I wouldn't know about it. I got an arm. Got an arm and a leg.
Right, go on.
I got my life given back to me.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually really
knows.
Emotional. I love scared young things. I got hair transplants in October.
I don't do drugs.
No.
Yeah, so sometimes with the slave, you get things called like restriction weeks. And like some days you can eat loads. Yeah, Grant, you obviously be like to me, what slave did you get?
Yeah.
Because you can, like, funnily, you can eat
Packet of
sweets.
Quavers on the way here.
But you can, yeah, but like, packet of Quavers all day.
Yeah, but a packet of Quavers and then you had a Reese's thing and you didn't eat it.
I didn't have it, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's not
like,
the Jordan I now.
Exactly.
The Jordan I now is pull back into that garage so I can get another one.
Yeah, exactly. But not anymore. Oh, do you remember that time when we went to KFC?
What did we
And
get?
we
Like
start-
65 extra chicken legs.
Literally, it cost us about €42 what we got. Like, and here we were.
You paid.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it was a date. Yeah, welcome. Fucking had me being broke. He was like, I want chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Extra plate. Not get me gravy. I never forget the first time we went to eat. What did you get? McDonald's, and you got a burger and something else as well. I was like, Paddy, you would love a little bit of grub, don't you? Look at the face on him.
What, a Big Mac meal and a double cheeseburger is my order.
Yeah,
and
but
I don't know one person that just gets a meal at McDonald's. True or false?
No, we get chicken
True.
nuggets as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
You get the cheeseburger.
I get the double cheeseburger.
I'm not judging it.
No, what happens is I get double cheeseburger and Chris gets 6 chicken nuggets for the drive back to the
and you
house.
eat them as well.
And Christy takes a big bite of my double cheeseburger and I
you
take
have-
one of his.
Yeah, wouldn't be bollocks. Yeah, so what I was saying is, like, sometimes you get like restriction weeks. Like, sometimes you can eat loads and sometimes you can't eat like a lot at all.
Yeah.
But lately, I can't fucking eat and it's still me being gay. Like,
Well, that's the whole point of the fucking
no,
food
it's not, because you're supposed to be able to like eat normally, like with time. But like the last week or two,
You're
even
very-
when I
You're not
What?
that long over it. Like,
yeah, I
you're
know.
being a bit hard on yourself.
I
Like,
know, but like no, I was grand. I always thought I was grand. I never had any like weird food issues or
Yeah,
anything like that. I
yeah.
was kind of flying with
Yeah.
it. Like, but the last week or two, like, say if I do eat it, I just gag. Like, it's not like I'm getting sick or anything, like I'm throwing it back up, whatever. It's just making me feel
Maybe you're
physically
cured.
ill.
you're cured from that isn't.
Oh, I kind of hope not. Yeah, but I'm just so over that this week.
Well,
Hopefully,
come here, Jordan.
next week is a better week.
You're doing great.
Thanks,
And
pal.
the world is a better
Yeah,
place.
7 down
Sorry,
now, guys.
sorry, I was just saying something
If I didn't say it.
The world is a better place because you're in it.
Ah, Sam.
I have my fingers crossed. No, I'm joking.
Find me back. Hope you die. And anyways, thank you so much for listening, people. Paddy, you've been a great guest, and I'm so happy we finally got to do this.
Guys, I swear to God, I'm not even joking. I am hounding Jordan and Edney to be part of this podcast. Like, I mean, if when I'm like, if I have a drink around down here or whatever, like that,
He always gives me like.
I'd be like, Edney, can I be on your podcast? And come here, guys. I just want to make a shout out to Ryan.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy.
Like, really, really,
Longer Life Studios.
an honour to be here. And long live Studios. Jordan, thanks very much for having me, and
You're
you
welcome, that's
stay in
fine.
New York.
Yeah, see you later.
This is my spot now.
Your job's gone, bitch. Yeah, tune back in next week. Come here, we have a video to be posted up about the Asian foods, eating stuff. We're trying to figure out, so we will post that.
I would have done that.
We'll do something else. We'll get
Yeah.
you in, like, we gas. Yeah, right?
Right.
Love you guys. Tune in
Bye,
next
guys.
week. Bye.
Peace out.